All right, next up we have Justin Lewis, software wizard of Terraframe. So, what was your first computer?
My first computer was a Mac before they had wireless cards and when it probably had a kilobyte of memory.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you. Actually, can I use that?
You go ahead.
Hi, everyone. So, as was just mentioned, I'm a software engineer with a little company called Terraframe out of Denver, Colorado. We've worked and deployed technology around the world for a variety of industries, including international development, like helping prevent malaria, as well as private verticals like energy. But today, I want to point out that we have a booth in the main hall called the representing the Roaring Fork Technologists, which is a group of local volunteers, local professionals, dedicated to supporting the community in whatever way we can through volunteer efforts. And that includes mentorship for local high school and college kids who want help with their capstone projects, or just to talk about futures in technology. So please find us out in the Gym A. We'd be happy to talk and help where we can. So I wanted to tell you a little story about how I came to become a software engineer, because it's a little bit of a turbulent and bumpy story that I think is relevant to all of you. So first of all, I grew up in the sticks in Washington State in a place that was more rural than Marble. I had one neighbor for as far as you can see, and needless to say, there wasn't a whole lot of technology. This was back when this is when typing was really the only computer class in public school. So computers were pretty new. I swear I'm not that old. I was a pretty average student. I got good enough grades, but I didn't really take to academics very well. I had my run-ins with trouble and generally had a pretty typical life, like ran around, tried to have fun, put my energy where it needed to be put at the time. By the time the idea of college came about, I had no idea what to do, where I wanted to go, what I wanted to be in life. I didn't have anyone telling me to be a software developer, to go into technology. I had a supportive family, but in general, I didn't have anyone really pushing me to go to college. I toyed around with the idea of joining the military, with just jumping into the workforce, but eventually, actually my girlfriend's mother in high school convinced me I should at least apply for college. Fast forward a little bit, and I went to University of Idaho for about a semester, where I decided I really didn't know what I was doing. I had no one to mentor me through the idea of learning, right? I didn't know how to study. I remember sitting down with a friend in my dorm saying, how do you study? How do I pass these classes? Well, I made it through the semester, got pretty good grades, but took a break. Took about 6 months off, changed schools, went back from Idaho to Western Washington, where I felt a lot more comfortable, a lot closer to home. Started surrounding myself with good people that could help me through this journey. Because remember, I want to reiterate, I didn't have a whole lot of support through all this. I had a loving family, but they didn't necessarily have the skills or the experience to know how to help me through what it means to go through college. Similarly, I didn't quite know what my direction was. I really looked at college as an opportunity to get a job. I wanted my investment in that time to lead to work. I didn't want to just do what a lot of people were telling me and just do whatever made me feel good. I wanted to get a job. So after 2 years of floundering through college, trying to figure out how I can apply my interests in natural resource management to a job, I finally came on this tool called GIS, which stands for Geographic Information Systems. In other words, making maps. Google Earth was brand new. So my very first class in GIS was looking at Google Earth. It was amazing. You can look at your house in an aerial photo. Nowadays, this is a lot more common. So I dug deep into GIS, and remember, I didn't have a background in technology, so I was learning from the ground up. I got a minor in GIS and quickly got a job in local government, where I realized that programming was the way of the future. Started teaching myself how to program on the side at home, putting in a ton of hours outside of work. and also had this series of really supportive bosses. I was really lucky in this way, that I had a series of supportive professional teams that encouraged my enthusiasm for learning how to write code. I'm going to fast forward about 8 years. Now I'm a senior software engineer for a small company working across the globe. I'm a VP of product, which means I make major decisions about what kind of products we build to deploy to the world. I don't quite know how I got here, but I know it took at least some of these 5 points that I want to make to you, which overlap a lot with what was said today. So 5 points that I hope all of you will take with you, whether you're going into a technical career like software engineering or something else, because these are relevant for all. One is hard work and performance, or excuse me, not performance, perseverance. Performance is important too. Hard work is fundamental. You can go to college, you can not go to college, but at the end of the day, you have to work hard. There's no easy way through a professional career. Never be afraid to ask questions. I've gotten a lot out of asking people for questions, from jobs to opportunities within jobs. Never be afraid to ask questions. The path ahead is not always clear. Remember, you may be in college, you may be in a career, you may be starting a career, you may have already found your way into a career and decided it's not right. It's not always clear where you're going to go, but do what you can to set goals and to be true to yourself and true to the people around you. This one's really important. Build positive community around you, professionally and personally. Always surround yourself with people that push you and support you in a loving way. If you do that, you will set yourself up for success, unlike a lot of other people who don't do that. It's incredibly important. And the last piece is seek hard problems. Don't stop challenging yourself. Keep looking for opportunities to grow as a human and as a professional. That's all I got for you.
All right, thank you very much, Justin.
We would like to thank all of the speakers who have shared today.
If you would like to talk to these speakers, you'll be able to meet them in the expo.
Now we'll have Matt Hamilton from the Roaring Fork School Board and Peter Mueller, principal of Basalt High School.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Mr. Hamilton and I just wanted to echo a couple of things. Mr. Hamilton, we've heard a lot about learning. We've heard a lot about journeys. This is your morning to learn as much as you can. It's not about impressing those who you're speaking with. It's about learning all about the different careers that are out you to take advantage of. So we're so excited to have these kind of opportunities for you this morning. Please ask as many questions you can, learn as much as you can. As we've heard from your speakers, create a network around you of things that you care about, people you care about, and set sights as high as you can. It's great to have you here. Thank you, Roaring Fork High School. Thank you, Kelsey Goodman. Thank you, Brett Stringer, for putting together a great program this morning. It's great to see all of you here, and thanks again. Mr. Hamilton.
Thanks, Peter. You got a fan base here. So just real quick, because I want to get you out the door, a couple people I want to thank. Jane Potts, who's worked tirelessly on this effort and so many efforts to support all of you, from when you were little kids getting a Raising a Reader bag to setting up this Career Expo today. She's a tireless advocate, so if you see her, thank her. Thank Altai Chaloon, whose voice you heard interviewing Jim Calloway, who put this together. I think the theme we heard today was find your passion. I think often we do things because we think they're right, because we need to make money, because it's what society tells us to do. But I think what you have an opportunity to do today is to begin to find your passion. Talk to those employers and learn about what skills they're looking for. learn about what the challenges are in their jobs, and learn about what gets them up every morning and what makes them excited to come to work. As you walk out the doors, Basalt High School is going to Gym A, and Roaring Fork High School is going to Gym B. So have a great day, learn a bit, find that passion.